Welcome to the Afro Anime Initiative podcast, where we cover everything in Afrofuturism from A to Z. I am your co-host, Darren Bradley, along with
Paulina Guerriere. What's up, y'all? It's been a minute.
Been a minute, and I am so happy to welcome y'all to Afro AI 2.0. Now with our permanent co-host, please introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Mervit. Excited to be here.
Hey, welcome Mervit. And Mervit, would you like to tell our audience what does Afrofuturism mean to you?
Afrofuturism to me is a connection of art, culture, and history, just between the diaspora in general.
Awesome. All right, well, we haven't missed a step. Let's get right into the podcast. So, I'm scrolling on comicbookresources.com or CBR.com for short. And they had this really cool article about how comic books had their highest recorded, increase in growth in like forever. It's a record. Comic books grossed $1.17 billion in 2019, 11% increase from 2018. And I'm sitting here looking at this like, well, yeah, because these numbers are from America and Canada. And like everywhere around the world, comic books are just comic books. They're books. They fun, entertainment, education you can use for anything. Japan, you could have a comic book about how to repair a car. Only in America and somewhat in Canada is it seen as childish stuff. But it's $1 billion industry. $1 billion industry. These $1 billion movies, comic books. Streaming shows, getting all this content, comic books. Everybody wants the source material. And the source material is always going to be the books. Since human history, it's the books. And the comic book industry getting such a big boom last year just, proves that point. That's how I've always felt. So I brought that up because I want to know what you guys think about that.
I feel like it's becoming a strong base. Now the pandemic is going on. Everybody's sitting at home. They want something to do. Hey, how about we read something? This could be exciting, refreshing.
Nice. Personally, I think it's really cool. Although I'll be honest about it. A part of me, is the gatekeeper, and I hate gatekeeping. I really do. But it's like this weird part of me that's like, how come all these people? And I'm talking about the ones who, made it their mission to make fun of those who read comic books and or manga, graphic novels, so on and so forth, are, finding the time to actually read them and get into this stuff. And it's like, yes, there's more people to talk about certain things. Like, more people get into X-Men comic books, let's say. Where was that when I was younger? Now, just an example. I know X-Men has been forever been popular, but it's like I'm excited to see that the comic book industry is like booming and getting bigger because pandemic, and even before that, I think it's because with the rise of the superhero movies as well, people want the source material, which is pretty cool. But it's like, I don't know, like this weird gatekeeper side of me is like, what the hell? And I don't know, it's just weird. I feel like I'm the only one who feels like this, but overall, it's actually really exciting news.
I don't think you're the only one that feel like that. Like, it's just my thing is, let them spend money so we can keep it. Like, let the new people come spend as much money as possible so we could keep going. Because when it was just us doing it, we was always worried it was going to go away. Let them spend as much money as they want. Let them come join in. Let them ask all the questions they need to, as long as they keep putting the cash and keep the industry going. Because like when I saw that article, I'm like, what you mean record breaking? Because I was a comic book geek in the 90s when you would buy a comic book and that comic book would sell 2 million copies.
Wow.
And it's like, huh? But we just getting back to being $1 billion industry last year. That's freaking incredible.
Yes.
And we need that stuff. We need it because it keeps stuff going. It keeps things flowing. Like an article that was right next to or right under the one from CBR.com about Universal getting one of the best comic book writers in the world, Grant Morrison, to launch a whole comic book company under Universal. Universal, like, you know what? Yeah, we got them classic monsters. Ain't nobody reading this crap no more. Marvel and DC, because it's, public domain, have made better versions of these monsters. We need our own comic book company. They're literally starting a comic book company.
That is awesome.
Exciting.
Let's hope the quality would be there, though.
And I don't know. I want to say that, but let's be honest. Most of our favorite comic books, we have nostalgia goggles on. The things is terrible.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Those books were bad.
I still remember the Spider-Man comic books I got. I think, oh my God, it was like part 5 of 9 of like these imitation villains wrecking havoc in New York, and Spider-Man was just fed up and just started beating up civilians because everybody was just beating each other up. And it was just the cheesiest thing I've ever read, but at the same time, it had depth at the same time. It was weird. And I'm like, to me, it's like, it was just fun to read. So I guess now people, I guess, even me, want stuff of substance, but also just, don't get rid of the cheese factor. 'Cause that's fun.
Mervit, were you into comic books when you were young?
Well, majority of the things I had back home were kind of like some cheesy and leftover shit, but it was here and there.
Okay. Not a steady flow.
No, because we didn't get that much. So when I came into the U.S. in 2000s, I was able to read more and go in depth with it and do some more discovering. But yeah, in Africa, we don't get a lot of comic books.
Which is something I've always found fascinating because, again, writing started in Africa. And I've always wondered why we didn't have a bigger, more presence into the print media. Like, no, we print our own stuff. Like, I know all the circumstances and things during nation building, colonialism and stuff that kept us away from that. But it's like, why wouldn't that be the first thing to go back to? Like, no, let's get these books back out here. Like,
Because when you were describing, you said it was childish. That some people consider childish. And then again, there's a gender base as well.
Okay, so the Western stupidity has influenced Africa with that too.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh yeah.
So I'd rather give my daughter a doll than give her a Ninja Turtle.
Oh my God.
Sounds
like my childhood right there.
But I was the girl that had the Ninja Turtles in it all.
Yes.
Gotcha. Exactly. Who's the Ninja Turtles going to date? I mean, duh. Come on. They're teenagers. They have to date somebody. Why would not have both?
Right.
So
wait, Mervit, what did you remember reading, whatever it is that you got your hands on? Like, what was your introduction?
The first one I read was X-Men.
Nice.
When I was here, and it was in 6th grade when I came to the U.S. And actually, I was learning English as a second language. And my teacher decided to include a comic book in
that's
it.
Nice.
Just to get our attention, because she wanted to bring the gender stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start from there so she can get us more comfortable. So the first one we all read in the class was X-Men.
That is so cool.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good book
start
too.
Seeing the Wolverine movies and things like that. So it was really good.
Nice.
Oh no.
And X-Men is a good start because X-Men has some of the more developed female characters after the Marvel catalog.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm feeling nostalgic right now. Like, no, for real. Like, I remember like back from going from the 5th grade into the 6th grade, or one of them, where one summer my dad was out of town. We didn't have internet, and the TV wasn't really working unless it was connected to the DVD player, and I was watching like the same 5 DVDs all summer. My mom would leave me at the library. My mom would leave me at the library while she would run errands during the day, so I would just hide out in the library, and that's when I was introduced to, I think, the Ultimate X-Men as a kid. And it's like that brings me back too, because it just drew me in from the first page. So it's good to see the industry really picking up and booming, like really booming. And hopefully the momentum keeps going. I really want to see more out of it.
Right. Right. So like I said, we're super happy for the comic book industry. I know COVID has slowed a lot of stuff down, threw everything out of pocket, but hopefully we keep the momentum going, keep comic books alive, keep comic books around, support your local comic book store. And we hope Grant Morrison, with this division Universal, hire some black people, bro. Like, come on,
we
Grant.
need more black stories.
Hire some black
Some
people.
more black stories out there. Now with this booming,
Fresh
come
ideas.
on.
Definitely.
Right. And just, let's stick with comic books, but flip over to Netflix, Old Guard on Netflix, based off a comic book by Grant Rucker. And the stupid phone just shut off, so I just lost my notes. Don't worry about it. But it's from Grant Rucker. Award-winning comic book. I watched it. I know Mervit watched it. I know Pauline, you haven't, but Old Guard is mad fly. Mervit, you want to break it down what it's about?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So basically about old immortals with the ability they can heal themselves. So basically I felt like they were on a revenge mission. And basically they're just fighting to protect their freedom.
Right. Because first of all, it stars Charlize Theron. And I don't care what nobody say. I know, badass. I know we talk a lot of mess, but that woman,
Isn't she always in some badass roles anyways? I think it's just Charlize Theron, period. It's just badass. And
now they trying to make her the female, what's the old dude that did the kidnapping movie?
Liam Neeson?
What the heck? Yes, Liam Neeson. They make her a female Liam Neeson. Yes, Taken. Thank you. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like 18 of them now, so I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah. But that's what they're doing. They're turning her into the female Liam Neeson, but nobody wanted to give her pub because her movies have been bomb. They've been incredible because her other comic book movie, and I hate to remember this now. The phone is off and I can't look up the notes. When she's the Russian double agent, it was also based off a comip book, and it was
Atomic Blonde.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yes, the Atomic Blonde based off a comic book. Dope. So dope. So, yes. So Charlize Theron is becoming the Liam Neeson of comic book movies. The more niche comic books, but the older female ass kicker, and it's freaking phenomenal. Like Mervit pointed out, Paulina, it's about immortals, and they just are. We don't know why, they just are. But it's a small group of them, and they're connected. They're just connected. Again, don't know why. But their immortality can fade away. It can go away. So we get into the story where the group has been around for a while, and a new person shows up, and they're immortal. A black female, again, phone's off. Sorry, guys, can't get her name. And she is
It's Kiki Lane.
the new recruit. Thank you. And she's the new recruit. And it's about that story of them coming together, explaining their existence, and keeping themselves safe because, again, like anything that has to do with people, an American pharmaceutical company wants to steal their powers and use them to make, money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a common,
and that kicks off like
that's
that.
a common life theme. And I think I know what you guys are talking about because I keep seeing like pictures and GIFs, whatever, on Tumblr because I'm still on there for some reason. So I think I know what you're talking about. I gotta keep an eye out for that then. It sounds amazing. It's Charlize Theron.
It was a shocker for everybody.
Was it?
When I watched it, I thought it was just another action movie. But I was like, wait, what?
Nice.
It was really, really good. I loved it.
Yeah, it's in depth. It's about how your impact on society as an individual. It's about like bonds. It's about like just the truth of the matter. Certain things, certain things are the way they are. You can't fight them, and the only thing you can do is deal with them. And how you deal with them is what actually makes your character. All that's in there. And like I said, you still got the superhero stuff. You got the mystical stuff. You got the religious. One line in this movie made me realize how good this writing is, and it had to come from a comic book. Again, I don't know. I didn't know it was a comic book. I'm so ashamed of myself. That the new girl, the black girl, is praying. And Charlize Theron character's like, you're praying? And you're like, yes. And you're like, God isn't real. And the black girl is angry, of course, raised all her life in the church. And Charlize Theron just like this. Well, you might as well pray. You already in the occult life. You're immortal. You can't die. You were believing in magic already. You might as well pray to a fake god. It was the best line. It was so good. So good.
As a typical black girl defending religion, she said maybe your God is not real, but mine is. And I was like, girl, you can heal yourself.
Yeah.
Look at you as gods right now.
Yeah. And which I found out by reading the synopsis of the comic book, Charlize Theron character, she only alludes to it in the show, was worshipped as a god. Of course, it seemed the comic book goes way deeper into the past than the show does. So I got to read the comic book, and I hope, please,
they did one
season
thing.
2.
They called her the mom.
Yeah.
I guess it's based on her age. She's the oldest out of all of them.
She's the first one. So, yeah. And she was the longest living one.
Yeah. So does immortality fade by age?
No, they just said it just happens. Remember, because there was a black dude, which I wish they had showed anyway. There was a black dude who was immortal, and he had died like in the 15th century or something, and they didn't know why. And that's when Charlize explained to the girl, "Oh no, we can die. Yeah. We have died." And that's when we found out how few of them it actually were. Like so far, if I'm not mistaken, there's only been a total of 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe 9. Yeah. Like it's deep, and yet it's action, and like they keep you interested with like little dialogue lines that just make you go, wait, huh? What?
With everyone with a certain immortal dying, a few decades later, another new one pops up.
Right, because they said that was another line. Like I said, it's a line in just general conversation with immortals. Yeah, the last time we got a new one was 200 years ago. We're like, okay, what, when, what? And then they just move on. They just go. They just keep going. So it's like the last one died 200 years. Why this one showing up? But it might have a correlation with somebody losing their immortality. So we think it might be a part of that. But again, don't know from what the show has said. Like I said, I got to read the book to find out if there's anything extra. But it's good.
Definitely looking forward to part 2. What's a movie?
I heard
show.
It's
a 2 hours long movie.
Oh, I see.
Oh, because I say show because it's technically episodic. It is based off a comic book, a graphic novel, which is episodic. And they're saying part 2 is coming.
Oh.
Like they're already talking about negotiating part 2 and trying to figure out how to film it, doing all this. So that's why I say episode, because again, if it follows like the book does, it's going to be multiple volumes, multiple movies.
It's the number 1 on Netflix in the world for almost a month now.
Yes, the world.
Nice.
So yeah, some people have watched it more than once.
Yeah.
I got to get on top of it.
And again, which pisses me off because Netflix just doesn't advertise anything. Like somebody had to send me a text message like, "Have you watched this yet?" I'm like, "Watch what yet? I don't know anything about it. Watch it." And I'm like, "Sure." And then they sent me a next one. It's based off a comic book, so it moved up the list to watching it. And then I'm like, "How did I not know about this?" Like,
that's how I did. See, there you go. Because I didn't know about it until you literally mentioned it. And I saw pictures of it, again, on a blog, but I didn't pay much attention to it. It's like, oh, okay, whatever, another Netflix action show, goodbye. So I didn't really know exactly what it was all about until this conversation right here.
It makes me wonder, how many comic books have we not heard of?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's a lot. It's
where's
like
the
I said,
archive?
Yeah. Oh no, they're there. Like I said, Comixology. That's why I saved my also on my wish list to read the old guards on Comixology. Comixology has a lot of old stuff. Marvel Unlimited app definitely digs into the DC Universe app goes way back into their golden age. It's just that because I'm a giant geek. It's just weird that I don't know about a comic book that won awards. That's what got me. Like it's not rare that I don't hear that a comic book comes out and I don't hear about it. Like, oh, never heard about that. But when it wins awards and I don't hear about it, that's when it gets me like, wait, what happened? What was I doing? That don't make no sense right here in my brain. Cause like I'm that dude. Look, I'm that dude at the end of the year that watches YouTube videos ranking like the best 100 comic books of the year. Like that's me. Like that's me. All right. So me not hearing about something that won something is like that's just odd. But I'm glad because honestly, I think it made me enjoy the movie more. I'm gonna say movie, so don't confuse anybody. The movie, it made me enjoy the movie more because I didn't know nothing. I didn't know a thing.
That's true. Okay. And also I'm proud of Netflix for taking these steps.
Yeah.
Like now is the perfect time for them to air out whatever they have.
Yeah.
Everybody's home, glued to their TVs. Definitely, you're gonna get the ratings. Everybody going online, talk about it, whether they liked it, not liked it, review it.
Which is interesting because you look at Disney Plus and Amazon and Hulu and all that stuff, and especially what is it, DC Universe?
DC Universe.
And it's like, okay, Netflix is being smart with putting out stuff like this. Although I hear that the second quarter isn't doing so hot. But
that's COVID.
Yeah,
And everybody's gonna get a hit
true.
with the COVID.
But it's like, okay, I think it's a good advantage that Netflix has because Disney Plus hasn't really produced anything new. Maybe not until like next year, in 2 years, a year and a half, because everything was delayed.
Real quick, they just announced that they pushed back the Marvel TV shows.
They did. And I know that they were filming Falcon and the Winter Soldier or something like that.
It's finished. They just pushed it back. They delayed it, I think.
So right now, Netflix has the advantage of putting out awesome comic book stories. Like right now. Because I know that with Disney Plus first dropping and then it crashed because everybody subscribed to it at the same time. But there weren't really a lot of new stuff. I feel like if I were to put my money on Disney Plus, I would wait until the Marvel shows drop and any other new original stuff would drop. Other than that, it's like I'm just sharing the account with my cousin.
Yeah, because what a lot of people also understand that Netflix is worldwide. Disney Plus only America, barely in Canada right now.
Exactly.
Same thing with HBO Max, DC Universe. Like they're still just here. Netflix is worldwide.
Because it had the jump. It's been around for 10 years now. It's been 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's 10 or more.
Yeah, because remember they were the DVD service first.
But the Universal haven't started until a few years back.
Yeah. Yeah, all these other streaming services are basically 2 years old babies compared to Netflix. Netflix is a teenager.
In the late
That's
teens.
what Netflix is compared to them.
Netflix is in the late teens right now.
Yeah, late teens. Yep. Yeah. So it's that, like you said, it's this most perspective thing. And again, Netflix, after they realized that what Disney was trying to do to them with Marvel, they bought a couple of comic book companies. So Netflix again went straight to the source material and said, "Yo, we own you now. So anything you make is going to the service." Period. So it's starting to show.
Nice. Hopefully we get some good material. Well, fun material. Hopefully.
Yeah, I like Umbrella Academy. It's fun.
I haven't seen it. I don't know. It never got my attention.
Yeah, it's honestly. And even though I don't think the show is bad at all, I think the comic book, of course, because the comic book has unlimited budget, but what they did compared to the comic book is dope. They really did a good job of what they could afford. Cool. It was great.
I feel like you get more into it from the second or third episode.
Yeah.
The first episode doesn't grab you as much. So
because
second or third episode, you can get into it a little bit.
Yeah, 1 and 2 is the setup episode, and 3 after that is everything breaks. Mm-hmm. Everything breaks in Umbrella Academy. All right, I think we have one more thing, something that I did not get into this week to cover, but you guys watched the trailer for this new Jamie Foxx movie. Paulina, you want to give us a go what that's about?
Okay, so from what I saw, it's basically about this pill that gives people superpowers for 5 minutes. And from what I understand, it's not these pills like, oh, here's a fire pill, here's a water ability pill, here's invisibility. I think it corresponds to the person's biology and their powers manifest for about 5 minutes. If I'm understanding correctly. And it's basically what it's being pushed on the streets. Is that a thing? I don't know. The trailer kind of is. I don't want to say it's kind of confusing, but it's a. Of course, you have the big bad company that wants to make more to make money from it, and then there's the side effects such as death, and I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's I'm on the fence about it not in a critical way, but it's a wait and see kind of way. Because it's intriguing, but it's like, I feel like it's going to be meh. It looks fun, but it feels generic, if that makes sense.
Because the idea of a pill is redundant, I get your point. But from the action point and the crime point, it's fine. I'm more looking forward to the sci-fi view. I want to see the reaction how the pill is, because it's unpredictable superpowers. Right. You never know what superpower you're taking. Like you said, it's connected to your genes. So I want to see how the sci-fi picture is going to be in general. Okay. But yeah, definitely you're going to see the action from the cop, from the dealer, from the ex-soldier. You're definitely going to see the action. But again, what is that power going to consist of? And in what scenario will this power fit in? Like, you take the pill to get something done, and then you get you melt or something. Like you said, in 5 minutes. Right. Like, what are you going to do in 5 minutes? You know, you get some lame power. Like, I'm just thinking of, like, this show I used to watch on Nickelodeon. It was called Action League Now. And they had, like, it was like a team of superheroes. And they had that one dude.
I remember Action League.
It was on this variety show called Kablam. And... Yes. And, like, there was, like, Action Team Now, like, the Justice League. And there's this one particular character who just melts. Like, he didn't do anything special. He didn't have super strength. He just melted. They even had Stinky Diver who swam in toilets. But, you know, so it's like... Yeah. I feel like... Now I'm just thinking, like, if they had this movie through a comedic point of view, like, it would be so funny just to see lame powers come out. And people are like, what the hell is this? That'd be great, actually.
Right. And, you know... That's the thing, though, and that's the messed up part after you just said that. So I'm thinking about how fun it would be from the comedic point of view, because I did like Action League. And they're taking this super serious. And the only thing I can think of, a way to cripple the black man's superpower, you get for 5 minutes. So, cool. Great.
Let's wait and see.
Yeah, wait and see.
And I love me some Jamie Foxx, because he's just fun to watch. You know, I enjoy his work.
Have we seen Dominique Fishback in anything?
Wait, who?
The girl that's with them. I haven't seen her in anything.
Maybe she's new? Might be.
I don't know. Haven't watched the trailer.
Yeah, she seems... I feel like I've seen her face before, though. But it seems like her first breakout role or something.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
nice. All right, well, I guess it's a wait and see on this one.
For
Definitely.
Sure. It's like, yeah. So now I want an Action League Now movie. I miss that show. I
want that. That show was too fun.
Great. And Prometheus and Bob. Let me shut up. Let me not.
All right. So, I mean, those are all the topics that we have this week. But before we go, I'm going to go around real quick and see if anybody has any just random geekness or something cool that they want to talk about. And let's start with the newbie. Mervit, anything in the geek world that that just pop into your head you might want to talk about real fast?
I love the geek world.
That's it.
That's what we're going to talk about. You love it.
I'm not much of a geek. I like reading, guys. Don't judge me.
Reading is geeky. What are you talking about?
Come on now.
Yeah.
It is not geeky to read.
Yeah,
okay?
Yes, it is. It is geeky to read. We ain't gonna let these newbies take reading away from us. Reading is for geeks.
Reading is fun.
Of course it is.
Reading is fundamental. How about
yes, it is. Yes, reading is fundamentally geek. You're absolutely correct. 100%. I agree with you.
Excellent observation.
Well, I need you guys to suggest new comics for me to read.
Woo-hoo! That's another hour.
That is. I don't think we have that.
Okay, you know what? No, I got one for you. Because especially they have a crossover event starting next week. Actually, I think it started, next week.
Okay.
House of X and Powers of 10. The redefining of the whole X-Men mythos.
Link that to me.
Freaking dope. Freaking dope.
I want to read that. I want to live in it.
So, like I said, you start off with X-Men when you first got here to the States, and they're redefining the entire entire mythology of the
brain.
X-Men. It's
My brain
freaking
is
fantastic.
melting just from
Nice.
hearing about that. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
I don't want to get too much into it, like I said, if you're gonna read it. But it is
Oh, I heard about that. Never mind. I'm remembering now.
and
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, put it like this. We should probably do a podcast about it. It is the X-Men becoming militant, basically. Like, you know what? We sick of y'all and y'all bull and humanity's BS. We fighting back and we gonna do it on our terms.
Oh
So that's
my
basically
God.
what it is. It's the X-Men becoming militant. It's great.
Oh, I wanted this since I was a child. I've always wanted, like, I love Xavier, but come
It's
on,
great.
dude.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Okay, so Marvette likes reading. That's what she likes about the geek world, just reading stuff. Cool. Pauline, what about you?
I like the escape. I like the fact that you can explore really, really cool ideas with it. And you just get to have fun with it and get away with it, really. There's so many stories.
So, like anything in the geek world.
What? Anything in the geek world? What?
I said, no, I'm saying anything random in the geek world that stood out to you in the last week or so?
My brain is mush, so I probably won't even think about it until after we stop recording.
Captain America.
Oh.
Captain America.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but then I was like, nah. But not to, what was it, 2 days ago, yesterday? Some kid was defending his sister from a dog attack, and he got like 9 stitches. And of course, Chris Evans heard about it and sends him what they said, an authentic Captain America shield or something.
Authentic MCU shield.
And I was just like, that is wonderful. As like that is so sweet, honestly, because
all I'm saying is the parents better not sell that.
Oh man, oh no. They better not. I will.
Oh, we gonna hear about it if they do. Oh,
I know.
we gonna hear about it.
You know what though? Looking at the kid's age, I don't think the parents would be that stupid to do that. I think they know a good thing when it hits them in the face. Honestly.
But it was a beautiful gesture.
It was, and I mean not
very heartfelt.
It's sweet, honestly, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not that surprised. It's Chris Evans. He would do something like that.
Yeah.
Like, he is Captain America. Speaking of, I did actually rewatched the first Captain America movie for the 4th of July. Because now it's going to be tradition for me at this point. And it's actually grown on me. Captain America's actually grown on me.
Yeah,
what did you not like about him
at
the beginning? Sorry, D.
No, go ahead.
What did you not like about Captain America from the beginning?
So, I was first introduced to Captain America as a kid when I was watching the Spider-Man cartoon. Okay, back in the 90s. And I literally remember this episode where Spider-Man was doing a team-up with Captain America. I'm like, who the hell is Captain America? Who's this weirdo in a starred-spangled cat suit? What the hell is this? And I'm asking myself, like, who's Captain America? Who's this guy? And I remember a friend of mine telling me what he does. I'm like, wait, he's a super soldier? And they're like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, what? He has no superpowers? Like, to me, it's like super strength, and I looked at the physical aspect because, me as a kid, I thought Spider-Man was like the greatest thing since sliced bread. And it just didn't impress me much at all. Up until now, well, barely now at this point, but for years, at least for the past 20 some odd years, I'm like, what is the big deal with Captain America? He ain't that special. First of all, like, I can get into it for another hour as to why I didn't like Captain America so much. Like, the whole just... I get that he's the picture of the perfect Aryan person that Hitler wanted, and it was used against him in the war, comic book wise. But at the same time, there's this weird pattern of white blonde people being worshipped in this country since the dawn of time. So I had a problem with that. Now though, he's starting to, grow on me because of the current climate of, all this crap that's going on and Black Lives Matter and the whole, this interesting, I don't know how the casting directors do this, but essentially find the acting counterparts of these characters. Like, I don't know how they do it, but he's grown on me. So I'm still not 100% like, yeah, Captain America, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's the thing about Captain America. Like, they did use him as propaganda against Hitler. But the thing is, what they messed up with when they picked Steve Rogers, he actually did really believe in America. So he wasn't putting up with half the crap that the government was trying to do in the first place. So I've always loved that dichotomy about Cap, because when I first got into Cap was, of course, through the comic books. And the first Captain America comic book I got of his was him not wanting to be Captain American because he was sick with the United States government. Like, oh, cool, I understand you, brother.
Nice.
Like, I'm sick of you. Like, yes, this country is full of crap. Yep. It's a bunch of hypocrites. So that's why I've always been down with Cap, because it's that him and Superman have always had the juxtaposition of that Boy Scout, that icon, the paragon of what is right. But you need that. You need that, because then you can figure out how to get to that paragon through all the BS you got to go through. Because the world that Superman and Captain America live in, they just don't exist, but they working their butt off to make them.
And it's so hilarious now that I think about it, that you have Steve Rogers, who is, yes, the Boy Scout and what is right for America, standing up for, people think that he stands for America, but he also turns around and calls out the American government. And it's like, how funny is for that to backfire in the face of America? So, yeah, that's really interesting. So, like, I've noticed that just the past couple of months, and I'm just like, okay, Captain America's all right in my books. Although I'm still really fascinated with the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Fascinated.
Yeah, that's another topic. So yeah. Okay, nice. Captain America did it too. It's awesome. My one random geek thing, which I'm loving, is the reason why I'm looking for a sugar mama. If there's anybody out there, please contact me through the Afro Anime Initiative podcast. I need a sugar mama because Hasbro has released a in-scale Sentinel for the 6-inch Marvel Legends line. Why are you just telling me
this now?
It's just expensive. It's just expensive. I've just been looking at pictures and looking for a sugar mama.
How much is it?
It's $350. $350.
And that requires a sugar mama.
Yes, because I got to get multiple. What the hell?
He's got
How do you do one Sentinel? Did you not watch the X-Men animated series? Exactly.
No, but I'm just
terrorize
one at a time.
Mervit.
You know. Oh no. After August 24th, you can't buy no more. It's a crowdfunding thing. That's why it's in. When I say in scale to Marvel Legends, it's in scale to Marvel Legends.
All right, for anybody listening, Darren is in desperate need of a sugar mama.
I ain't say I was desperate. I just say I was looking. Let me put the words in my mouth. I ain't desperate. I ain't desperate. Because I can't get one. I'm trying to get multiple. Okay?
Can we get one that will pay for everything and pay for Xbox 5? I mean, PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 5. Yo, calm down with that. I'm working on PlayStation 5, right? All right, she don't worry about that, okay?
All right.
Calm down. Why you putting all my business out there? I told you, the sugar mom is only for the Marvel Legends. Everything else is okay. Everything else is fine.
You can get the PlayStation 5 for me, shoot.
I want a PlayStation 5.
No, because you just dime me out right now on the podcast.
Well, maybe I'll get the PlayStation 5. I want one too.
She's talking about... Shoot.
I swear, people out here buying and paying for it. We might as well not get one.
You dime me out calling a brother desperate and everything. I'm just asking a simple question. You ain't getting jack for me and my sugar mama when I get one, so I'm looking for you ladies. I do foot stuff.
Wow.
All right, just letting you know.
Wow.
I do foot stuff. All right.
Just putting that out there, though.
Putting that in there. Putting that in there.
You gotta.
Just putting that in there.
Gotta advertise.
Anyways, awesome. I want to thank everybody for showing up to the Afro Anime Initiative podcast version 2.0. I'm so happy and thrilled that we back. Looking forward to doing everything with you guys. And you know what? Maybe a few more surprises down the road. Who knows? We just having fun. I'm just having fun. So once again, I'm your co-host Darren Bradley. I'll holler at you later, along with
and yay!
Mervit.
We got a third person.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
And follow us on all our social medias. They'll be in the description below.
Bye.
Peace.